I think that this one is going to be different than we've seen before. I know we speak on it every time they go back to Atlanta, but I think as this track ages, it's just going to continue to get worse and worse for the handling, and it's going to turn more into a regular mile and a half. Now, it never will be. The draft will always be important, I think, but I think this might, be even more like old super speedway racing. Kind of couple packs breakaway, 4 or 5 cars in a pack here or there, 4 or 5 cars in a pack here or there, throughout the field. I don't think it'll be one conglomerate of one big gaggle of cars there. But it could be, just looking at the weather, I think it's going to be cold. So track not being hot and slick, it might produce a little bit more of that pack racing. But, if it heats up a little bit, gets a little warmer, track gets hot, slick, I think we might see some old school drafting, which is welcomed by me. I think it's going to be won by a guy that is good at both, mile and a half style racing and, super speedway style pack racing. I think you're going to have both those skills this weekend. And, that's what I'm looking forward to because I think guys like Brad and guys like Ricky will be fast. I think Priest will be good. I think the Penske cars will be good. Hendrick guys will probably be good. I think it'll be somebody like that wins. I don't think you're going to get a surprise winner. I don't think a Corey LaJoie, he's not racing, but I don't think a Rick Ware car or any of those guys are going to win. I think it's going to be
Justin Haley.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. I don't even see a front row guy winning. I think it's going to be a Roush, Hendrick, Penske, Gibbs type day. I think it's going to be somebody like that. I think it's going to be like I said, a guy that's good at drafting and a guy that shows up with some handling, because I think some handling is going to come into play this weekend. And the more that track ages, the more that's going to come into play. So I think temperature is going to matter. Might be more drafting than mile and a half stuff, but I think when we come back here next time, I think it's going to be even more so. But,
in the summer?
Yeah, I think it's going to be even more so of a mile and a half style racetrack, which is welcome by me. But for this time, I think it's going to be more, super speedway style racing than not. But I think the handle will matter, and it's going to be up to the team that can keep it wide open the longest. And I think that's a good thing. I think that's what super speedway racing should be. So looking forward to it. And hopefully, my guys can get the job done.
Yeah, I'm excited because I think this track, even though it races very similar to a Daytona and Talladega, it's proven that it takes a different skill set. It takes kind of the same, but it takes a different one as well. That you can't just go out there full throttle and push somebody and just stay in a line and hope you get lucky towards the end. You have a part to do with this. Like, handling matters. You've seen Chris spin out here in the spring last year by himself. We saw Denny Hamlin spin out. We've seen several guys since this track has been reconfigured just kind of lose it all by themselves. So this track, handling comes into play. And I think with a very cold racetrack like it will be on Sunday, I think handling will be a huge factor. So you have to have a car that's very fast, but you got to have a car that can handle, taking it to its limits. And you got to have a driver that is willing to go all out and try to hang on to the car and go fast as well, make the moves that are necessary, but make the smart moves that are necessary. And that's where I think this track is different from Daytona and Talladega, and that's what I'm looking forward to. I think it's going to be a very good race. I think you're going to have a lot of comers and goers throughout the field. Pit road's going to be huge. A weird pit road. It starts in beginning of 3, and you don't get there till end of 4. So it's a long pit road. Can't speed. Had a lot of problems with pit road speeding penalties. We saw last year Byron and McDowell wreck coming to pit road during green flag pit stop. So that'll be key as well. I don't think it'll have a whole lot of fuel saving and I think the field could get stretched out in points. You have a lot of single file racing in the middle of the race just because you're trying to survive. And you can't really go double file the whole race because it's very sketchy, which I like. So I think the cream of the crop will rise towards the end of the race, and you'll have, like you said, a guy that knows how to hang on to a car and be good at these drafting style tracks. And I think that'll be your winner.
Yeah, I'm going to contradict myself with my winner here because he's not one of those guys that said that I think
you're not that guy, pal.
And to be fair, he probably ain't gonna win, but I think he'll be competitive, and just hope he keeps his nose clean. And if that's the case, I think he'll do all right, get you a good finish, and we'll have a shot to win. I just don't know.
Is that a hint?
No.
William.
Fuck no.
Go back to back.
I'm probably not going to pick him all year just out of spite. But no, I'm going to pick.
Very dumb of you.
Yeah, no, I will be. I'll probably pick him next week. But this guy started on the front row last year. Was very fast in this race. Give me Todd Gilliland. Like I said, I specifically said front row car probably not going to win, and he might not. Probably won't, but I think he'll be fast. I think they'll have some notes carry over from last year. I don't think the race will be all that different from the spring race last year, and he was fast in it. And with a little bit more experience, I think he can get a good finish out of it and hopefully beat whoever you pick. So up 1-0 so far. Woo. With my 32nd.
Fuck you, Zane.
With my
it
32nd
wasn't Zane's fault, but
finish, 32nd place finish.
My 35th.
Yeah, so both of us kind of dropped the ball in the 500 there. But to be fair, my guy was running fucking third when he got taken out. But
my guy, no, he wasn't. He was running like 12th.
He was third in line on the top.
No, okay, whatever. But my guy didn't even have a chance.
No, he didn't because he sucks, and he will all year. But
Probably.
But yeah,
that's gonna be my. What the fuck was he thinking?
His teammate's gonna win this weekend, so that's all that matters.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I missed out big last week on Zane. I think he had a decent car, just we never got to see it on Sunday. He could have been right there at the end. It could have been where William Byron would have won the race, but we'll never know. My guy this week, I'm going with a veteran, going a guy that I trust to be good at this type of racing. He's come close here before. Haven't got the job done, but give me old bad Brad Keselowski this weekend. Are you sure you want to be wrong this week? Nah, Brad came really close here 2 years ago. Didn't make the move to block Joey, and then was very fast in the fall that year when we were there for the summer race. Fuel strategy didn't work out the way it could have worked out. He kind of got screwed by that. Last year in the spring here, blew a tire, very fast, led some laps. So I think Atlanta's one of Brad's best tracks on the circuit, and I think he's gonna be very good. Now, will he wreck? Probably, but he will be fast, and I do trust him if he is up front towards the end to make the right decision. Hopefully, he learned from that mistake 2 years ago, and he will block the top coming to the checkered flag. And, at the end of the day, I wouldn't mind Brad winning a race because I have him in the playoffs, and I think he's going to have to win a race this year, maybe, to make the playoffs, maybe not. We'll see. But, give me Bad Brad Keselowski this weekend.
Be all right with me.
Now, that's the question, though. You won't even be here next week. That would suck.
I'll send you a video of me shucking on a beer if he wins.
Well, that's what I was about to say. Like, if I predict one of your guys to win a race and he wins the race, would we both have, if you were here in reality?
Shotgun it.
Okay, I was just wondering. I was about to say, if you pick like Chase Elliott to win a race and he wins a race,
I ain't celebrating
because
that shit.
you got your pick right,
I ain't
and he's
shotgunning
my
that
guy.
shit. I'd rather him lose.
Oh man,
I almost picked him this week.
Chase, he's pretty good here. He's got to win.
Yeah.
Been close a couple times.
He's a bitch. So, but good episode. Fucking 2.5 hours later. Is a long.
You went on that 30-minute rant to start the show. It's your
still
fault.
got more.
I bet you do. But what you got going on? And we kind of gave it away, but you're not going to be here next week.
I'm not going to be here next week. I'll be in Myrtle Beach on some training for some work stuff. Be down there. Won't be able to make it for the show unless we do it Friday night. So doubt that that's going to happen.
No.
So I'll be out. Don't know if you're going to pull somebody else in to keep my seat warm for
Might
me
pull
or
our
not.
neighbor.
But, maybe. Yeah, I'll be watching. On the way to Myrtle Beach, I'll be watching the race. So hopefully everything goes well for that. And I'll be back for Vegas week. And, yeah.
Cool deal. Yeah, I'll be working this weekend, unfortunately. So, but I think can you look up when the Cup race starts on Sunday?
Probably 3:30.
'Cause I think it might be 2:30. So I'm on night shift this weekend, and if it's on 2:30, as long as it doesn't rain or nothing, I might be able to watch the whole race before I go to work.
It's at 3.
It's at 3. Probably be the exact same how it was last year, while I was fucking walking into work when it was finishing. So that sucks. But yeah, I got to work this weekend. So trucks, Xfinity, and Cup are all racing this weekend, if I'm not mistaken. So I think truck races at like 1 or 2, 1:30 Saturday.
5 o'clock for the Xfinity and 3 o'clock on Sunday.
Yeah, so I think the Xfinity race will probably be the best race of the weekend this weekend. Cup race will be very good as well. I don't know about the trucks. We'll see how that goes, but very excited. And yeah, I'm ready for us to kind of forget about Daytona, and that's for all us normal NASCAR fans to kind of get on with the season and kind of have some high hopes going into the rest of the season, because I think we need that.
Yeah, well, that being said, follow us on the old Facebook at
Tickle My Toes,
Yep.
the Highline
That's
Podcast.
my backup account.
Tickle My Toes.
Instagram,
Highline Official.
YouTube,
The Highline Podcast.
TikTok.
The Highline Podcast.
Did I say YouTube already? YouTube.
Yeah, you already said YouTube.
Follow us on all the old socials there.
Yeah, Lemonade at the Highline Podcast. Spotify and Apple Podcast at the Highline. Hit the notification bell
Ding ding.
to get every update every time we drop an episode. Tell your family and friends all about us. And if you think they're into goofy ass shit, NASCAR shit, dumbass rednecks talking about NASCAR, then follow them to us. But yeah, we'll have a good show next week. I don't know who I'll be here, but he won't be. I don't know who I'll replace him with. I might just do it by myself. I don't know yet, but hopefully have a good race this weekend. And yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah, well, that being said, my Gamecocks are undefeated in
Huh?
baseball. So,
Baseball?
Yep.
Who have y'all played?
Stetson, I think.
Oh yeah, that's a tough one. Is that a school or a person?
Yeah, both.
Stetson Bennett.
Go Cox.
Go Tigers.